Hold up. This is Candy Apple TV Podcast. Make sure you subscribe for the best candy apple recipes in town. I'm having too much fun. Honey child, it's time for us to upscale our candy apples to the next level. We are going to be adding edible images to our candy apples, honey. We're getting ready to make these candy apples look real cute. So what you need when you are making edible images, you need an edible printer. If you try to use a regular printer, you're going to get sued. Okay, not only will you get sued, but you're going, according to your law in your state, you're going to be shut down. So if this is your first printer, your edible printer for edible images, you may come across problems. So I wanted you guys to be able to contact customer service with no problem. So I am an affiliate with Icing Images, and they have great customer support. So if you're going to purchase a product at this amount of money, I want you to be able to have customer service, because sometimes those printers don't print out the right colors. Because when I first got mine from Amazon, my blue, when I was trying to get navy blue, it was printing out light blue. But I knew how to go in the system and contact the seller. But it's kind of complicated. So I didn't want you guys to have to experience that. And the thing is I didn't even have the cartridge in good. And plus I did something when I first got it and the ink was all over my hands. So make sure you have gloves and follow directions. This is why I want you to get it from Icing Images. So if you have questions about your printer, or if your printer doesn't work, you know, they have a tracking system of your serial number, and they can go ahead and help you with that to troubleshoot your edible printers. Now, you can go ahead and get your icing sheets, frosting sheets, wafer sheets from them as well, but I usually just get mine from Amazon. I like to try different brands until I find the perfect one. Let me know down in the comment section what's your favorite brand as far as your frosting sheets or icing sheets. So as we are doing edible images here, we need to really take into consideration copyright infringement. Copyright infringement is a federal crime. Did you hear me? You can get up to 5 years in federal prison. And in some cases, you may have to pay up to $250,000 for each offense. Not for all of them, but for each per offense. You have to pay like $250,000. So to avoid that, you must always put inspired either before or after whatever your title is. Just make sure you do that on all of your social media platforms, and never, ever sell a brand's image on your edible images. Never do that. Never. Oh, no. You talking about paying a fine. Oh, yeah, you're going to pay a fine for each edible image. Not per sheet, but each edible image. It's per offense. That means each edible image. So if you got 12 images on one sheet, you're going to have to pay $250,000 12 times because it's per offense. Now, I love this hobby. I really love it. Although I do get paid from it, I just needed to give you guys a heads up about copyright infringement. And thank you to my man. You also got to have written approval Now, if you want to use the brand's image, you must have written approval. And of course, I know the ins and out of YouTube. Whether I am an affiliate or not, I still have to have written approval. And sometimes, some of these people would say, well, I am an affiliate. Sometimes those brands don't even have an affiliate program for content creators. So just be careful with copyright infringement. For an example, look at Taylor Swift's legal issue with NFL's copyright infringement. But $250,000 isn't nothing to Taylor. But she was able to get approval after that. And she worked something out with NFL in which they get a cut of her profits. So let's go over what you will need. Make sure you have your edible printer from Icing Images if you need. I would do that, especially if something goes wrong. And I'm telling you, things always go wrong. And if you don't, well, I'm going to tell you what you can do to get around this part. You must use your edible printer weekly so your ink doesn't clog up. But what you can do every 3 days, you can just print out something. Just print out something to keep that ink going. So don't worry about that. You can get around that. But make sure you have an edible printer. So if you do Amazon, you only have 30 days to contact the seller and let them know that something is wrong with your printer, and they'll reach out to you. But it's kind of complicated. This is why I say get it from Icing Images, because as long as you purchase that product from them, you will always be able to get customer service from them through your serial number. Okay, so you need your edible printer, and your edible ink comes with your edible printer, but there will be times that you need to repurchase a pack of edible ink, and then your icing sheets or your frosting sheets. I wouldn't use wafer paper, but icing sheets, frosting sheets, you're going to be fine. As a Canvasser, I use Canva. You will need Canva to download my templates to edit and personalize your candy apples and sweet treats. The link is down in the description box. This is Candy Apple TV podcast with the best candy apple recipe in town. Make sure you are subscribed with all notifications turned on. This way you can stay tuned in to all of my podcast shows and candy apple tutorials.